Hello, beautiful, magical people. I'm Linda West, and this is my channel, Morning Mayan. Hello, beautiful people. Okay, here we are in the aftermath of Game of Thrones, and I'm going to be able to get back to focusing on everything else in my life, but let's just do it. Let's just talk about this. Jon Snow, possibly the most tragic character and worst finish of any character I've ever seen. I've never experienced somebody that was set up like this person was to be a hero. He had the name, which we spent seasons figuring out that he actually had this amazing name, this amazing lineage, and it paralleled his rise himself from nothing to being a king, and then finding out the whole time he actually was a king. And maybe it would have been too cliche to have him on the throne, but I can't believe that he wasn't brought up as the king, because wasn't Varys sending out all these letters to everybody, including Yara, who was acting like she didn't know what was going on, anything that was going on. She's in the Iron Islands. She never got a raven from anybody about what was happening. It was just really, it just didn't pay off, everything it set up. And I think that's my biggest problem as a writer. If you're going to put it in there, pay it off. Don't put it in there. Don't lead us down a road and say this is going to end up being something, because that's what Lost did. And I think that's why Lost ended up so bittersweet that I literally didn't finish the series. And I love that series. And just didn't even finish it. I think I might have watched the last episode, which was also horrible and unfulfilling, because you follow these nuances. You love this character, and like we thought he was Azor Ahai, and so they kind of fulfilled that at the end with Dany. And if you want to go with the whole Grey Worm thing, first of all, where they suddenly became the ones in charge, I found that strange. And how did they know that Jon stabbed her? Drogon, I was so happy, he flew away with the evidence. Why didn't he just say, oh, yo, dude, like, Daenerys got on the dragon and took off? He could have bought himself some time. In the meantime, the letters could have come in showing that he was the true ruler. I just think it was just a big fail, just a total fail. And let's just go there. I'm sorry, nobody likes Bran. Nobody wanted to see Bran. Nobody liked Bran's story. Does anybody think Bran, with his stories, is the right person to rule? I thought it was just so lame. I mean, I like the fact that they brought up that Sam brought up the fact that maybe we can have a democracy, and they all kind of laughed at that. And at least that was brought up. And I think if Jon was approached, like if, for instance, Tyrion went to him after the fact and said, we can fight for you as king after the Unsullied leave, if that's what you want. But do you want it? And then I would have rather had Jon say, no, I want to go back to the wall, and that's my choice. But him just being sentenced to the wall, just after he died and came back, for that to be sent back to the wall, never to get laid again, never to be anything. I mean, not even have a good toilet. I don't know. It was really, really unsatisfying. That's my biggest thing. I think the whole Dany scenes were great in the beginning. She was really setting up to be this, like, she was better than Grindelwald as far as, like, a horrible villain. And I thought I actually believed Jon, even though I thought the whole time Jon would kill her, I actually believed him, like, joining forces with her for a second and love winning out. And when he killed her, I was like, oh yes, this is where he kills her. Then it just went downhill from there. And as much as I like Sansa, I mean, she just looks so squirmy as the queen. I just, that really bothered me too. Just really, really bothered me. And yeah, on a side note, at one point when, they're watching, people are trying to get back to normal, and they're showing like the Dothraki in the back, like, like they're at some, farmer's market with their big like swords and everything. It was like, these are rapers and murderers. Like, they can't be hanging out in normal town life, buying fish and, cockles and stuff. I don't know. Sad. And that whole thing at the end where Tyrion's setting up the chairs, it's like I feel like it was an after scene. They decided, let's do this, let's throw this stupid scene in. It's not like Tyrion hadn't been up there so many times. He knew that room. He wouldn't have been in awe of this new room, or like these new people. And it also was never explained, like, okay, I got it, Gwendolyn, Brienne became the head of the Knights Guard. That's, King's Watch or whatever it is. And, but why was she sitting? Was she the head of a land? I mean, they could have mentioned, hey, there's Gendry, he's a lord now. I mean, introduce the other characters. And also, I don't know, like, all 6 of them are like, okay, well, we're going to deal with, this Bran dude. We have no idea who this three-eyed raven is. And if he had any power, why didn't he warg a dragon to begin with and not let him, like, burn down anything, or maybe help out during the White Walkers? Man, I just, like, can't believe this is J.R.R. Martin, because this story was one of the best ever written, and I just can't believe this. As an author myself, like, to do a disservice to your fans and to your characters by not fulfilling their missions of what you set up. Why did you kill Jonsnow and bring him back? Please, somebody answer that to me, because you don't have an answer for that, and he just walks off into the snow, maybe to find White Walkers or whatnot. Not good enough. Not good enough. It was just lame. And that lame book when Sam comes up and it's like, oh, the Song of Ice and Fire, but like, Tyrion, you're not in it. And I'm like, I wasn't sure if that was a joke or true. And that could have just been, again, left out. Anyway, this has been my take on this. The things that really stuck out and bothered me the most. What do you have to say? I would love to hear your comments on this. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's really upset. That said, best series I've ever watched. Sadly, the last 2 seasons were so watered down and mixed up and just watered down a great series, sadly, for me. But I'd love to hear your comments. And hey, moving on with life and fun and the world. And I have a new book coming out soon, which I'll be talking about, that I'm really psyched about. But I hope you all have a wonderful week and a wonderful day. And I hope you get over the loss of this family. Like, it's not easy. I've had a lot of fan friends, chat friends. We've all been in love with this. I was in a chat yesterday. 60,000 people were in it. Anyway, I love you all, and this is the close of a long, almost decade worth of experience and journey for us all, and it's been a long, fun ride. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.